Ladies and gentlemen, the Audi R8. This one's a 2015. This one's the R8 Plus. 6-speed gated shifter, 10-cylinder, 5.2 liter, and it's just about one of the coolest things on the road. Welcome to Las Vegas, ladies and gentlemen, Celebrity Cars. We're located just down the street from all the shiny lights on the strip. You come here on vacation. I know you can see other cars in the background. You want to stop by and check some of them out. Maybe you'll take one home. I'm your living, breathing condition report here at Celebrity Cars, folks. I get to pick people's cars apart when we go to sell them. I want to let you know where there's scratches or dings or dents and stuff like that. I want to let you know where they are, because maybe you live on the other side of the country, or maybe you live in another country and you want to take one of our cars home. And you want detail. You want to know what's going on with the paint. There's just too many companies out there. 2-minute walk around, take a couple pictures. You don't know the condition of the paint. You've got no idea. And boy, would you like to know. Well, that's why I'm here. Folks, this car is just shocking. Even in a grocery store parking lot, you're going to stop people like me, who's been around cars all the time. You're going to stop people like me just to look at it in awe. This particular version, you know, has got a little highlighted silver pewter colored insert in the rear, the wheels, the carbon fiber wing, if you will, on the side. I'm not really sure what you call them. The V10 logo. I'll mention these beautiful darn wheels again. I want to swear they're that pretty. And then up front, you have those same color as the wheels, inserts to accommodate the the color combo all the way around. It's just very, very super. What's this? This is we trickle cars with these, folks, and it's already hooked up to the battery and it's ready to get plugged into the wall at all times. This one's been sitting in the back ready for us to film. I know Jose is working with his camera right now. He's doing a lot of my work for me at the moment, and that's just fine, because what he's showing you is a beautiful car. There's little to no damage on this car, folks. There's one little spot. Don't you move. You can stay right there, because we're going to come right back. Let me see if I found it. Okay. When we get to that spot, I'll show it to you. And honestly, well, this is a pretty expensive car. I should probably shut up. But I like to throw who cares in there, because you're not going to see it unless I point it out. And, I got to point it out. So there you go. Okay. Give me a couple minutes and we'll get there. Folks, this hood, I'm not going to dissect it. I'm not going to look around for chips or scratches. I'm not doing any of those things, because it doesn't have any. It's got, what are the miles on this thing? Oh, I just read it a second ago. I think it has 11,500 and change on the odometer. And it shows it. I mean, it's just absolutely amazing car. I have not spent a whole lot of time looking at this car prior to being on film. So I'm just kind of looking at it with you folks at home. You could see it much better than my eyes in the fancy camera that Jose's walking around. I'm pretty safe to say there's no curb rash on any of the wheels. This whole nose cone down here is pretty much spotless. I mean, there's a little, I feel a little piece of goop right here. I'm in a little bit in the shade, which really isn't fair. But folks, I'm just telling you, there's just barely 11,000 miles of wear on this car. What do I mean by that? This is more like 2,000 mile wear. But this car's been very well cared for. It hasn't been beaten up, and it's in absolutely just gorgeous condition. I normally crawl on the ground and run my hand around things and check it. I don't need to do any of that. I'm gonna look at the windshield. The windshield's perfect. I'm looking through the windshield on the top of the dash. That's perfect. I'm looking at this hardtop. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. The rear glass, flawless. Every once in a while I see a little thing but it's only because Scott here doesn't know how to clean perfectly all the time. So I need a little extra spritzer to clean some of these things up sometimes. A couple of fingerprints back here. There's your V10. See if I can pop a latch. Let's look at that now. Yeah, I'll say it one more time. I'm not crawling all over the floor on this car. I know that this car is I don't even know how to open the back. Oh, here we go. Give me it. That work? That working? Can't see. Okay, well, it didn't pop up for me, folks. And I think I'm hitting the right button. Do I have to have the key in the ignition? There you go, you learn something new every day. Sorry, folks. Sometimes I just can't figure out how to open up something. Look at all these cars. You got muscle cars in here. Every car is different, so forgive me. Folks, carbon fiber galore back here. Every once in a while, I'll see a little water spot, and me doing exactly what I just did made most of them go away. So, not so concerned about the water spots back here. Carbon fiber, super clean engine compartment, very clean, clear glass going into the main cabin back there. All of this is super clean up here. Whew. Beautiful car. Okay. So here's the back. I mentioned the color match for the wheels and this little inlay in here, and it's all in perfect shape. More carbon fiber down here, this lower diffuser. Look at the exhaust pipes coming out of the back of this thing. It's awesome. Awesome, look at that hole. Sweet. Okay, coming around here to this side. My eyes are just roaming, folks. If I see anything, I'll let you know. Ooh, see? I even skipped that spot. Come here. Because I didn't see it. Here you go. Doesn't line up. I don't know what happened. I don't know why it's doing that. There's a small mark right here, and this is kind of pushed in. It is what it is. But that's the only problem on the car. But let's double check and make sure. Yeah, this is gorgeous. Just dust. Window tint's perfect. Look in there. Look at that interior. Look at those seats. Look at the shifter. Look at those knobs. We're gonna be able to look at the interior just a little bit better when we get the car outside. My eyes can roam onto the onto the consoles and check out all the buttons and stuff like that and make sure that they're in good shape. Inside this door jamb is just absolutely beautiful. There a little watermark or two laying around. This door hasn't been opened many times, and I'm not too positive anyone has ever sat in that passenger seat, because it doesn't look like anyone's ever sat in that passenger seat. Says I can open the front. Hey, hey, hey. Yeah, I removed this panel down here to hook up the trickle charger, so it always lets us know what needs to be plugged in or not. I don't like using the other version. That doesn't ever seem to work. But all this is in beautiful shape. All these plastics in here, super nice and clean. Never messed with, obviously. That closed, super nice. And I'm gonna hop in this driver's seat real quick. It does have rubber mats on the floor to protect the carpets, so we'll pull this mat up real quick. Yeah, that's untouched carpet down there. This mat has done its job and protected everything. Dashboard is absolutely beautiful. Center console. Again, we're gonna look at this real quick once we get it outside. But this is amazing. This is amazing, and I can't wait to drive it. Ooh. Okay, folks, I don't need to look at these doors either. Look at these doors. Look at that. Stitching is just so cool. Speaker built in there. You don't even see it. This is a pretty awesome ride. When I grow up, maybe I'll get me one of these. Okay. Sorry, it's a short video. If it were a long video, that'd be because I was pointing out a bunch of scratches and stuff. It's no scratches. We're gonna go for a quick ride though. We'll be right back. All right, folks, as promised, here we are. Oh, we're rolling. I didn't put the park brake on. Guess I should put the park brake on. Folks, the 2015 Audi R8 V10, 5.2 liter, very fast, very luxurious, right along in the pile of supercars. This is, I'm pretty excited to drive this car. All right, yeah, I promised I'd look around a little bit more once I got in, checking out all the body panels. I'm sorry, excuse me. Checking out all the panels for the doors and the dashboard, and all down here, the white seams. Just, man, this is just such a hot car. You want to learn more about this pre-purchase inspection, whatever, go to celebritycars.com, and you know, you find a Carfax and history on this car.
Says, don't be afraid, you're worth more.
Radio works good. Park brakes down. Going to engage. So what we're going to do is we're going to drive down to the end of the building, going to hit the brakes, make sure the brakes feel good, and then we're also going to drive around the building, get through the gears, and make sure everything's happy for you to take home. Clutch is in. I've got a little trash truck in front of me here. I'm waiting for him to do his thing. I'm not gonna wait. Off we go here. Oh, I am gonna wait. Okay, my clutch is in. I'm in first gear. Off we go. Oh, this is a treat. Totally non-American, I'll tell you that. All right, brakes. Man, that's so much fun. Brakes on supercars are so much fun to hit. I just drove a Z06 Corvette a couple minutes ago. Its stopping power is unbelievable. I'll tell you what though, getting through the transmission and feeling it shift and engage back into gear, this is a very spongy treat, if I don't know how else to say it. It's so finely tuned, you almost have to relearn how to drive a manual transmission car. It's really that nice. Back on the gas. Gonna go over some speed bumps here. Make sure we don't hear anything or feel anything weird. Speed bump number 1. Nice. That's so much different between the Z06. The Z06 had a bounce to it, and this has more of a go. Let's get this bump done. Let's get this bump done and taken care of. Yeah, there's no gimme. That's cool to do that. All right, no traffic again. Look at us. First gear. Whoa, man. So smooth. There, all the way at 6th gear. I'm gonna put the brakes on here. Right-hand turn, down into 2nd gear. I do a little cul-de-sac on the test drive. I kind of do a hard turn to the left, just to make sure there isn't any weird noises going on, tires rubbing. And you're in an Audi R8, so you go around that cul-de-sac just a little bit faster than other cars. Clutch is in. This is super, super nice, folks. motor just purrs away behind you. It's not a loud car. It's a very quiet, refined European vehicle. Down in a second. And a real treat to drive, for sure. Okay, well, like I told you earlier, just in case you missed it, 702-818-1031. That's how you get one of the guys on the phone. You want to read a little bit more about this car and you haven't seen it yet, you're going to go to celebritycars.com, find Audi, and work your way down to this absolutely unbelievable R8. I don't think I have everything else to say. This is it's definitely one of the nicest cars I've driven in a while. 2015 and still looks this nice. It's been well taken care of and low miles, just awesome. 702-818-1031. Here it is, it's waiting for you. See you next time.